Hey there YouTubers, it's Michael here. I'm doing my very first YouTube video. Been meaning to do these videos for a while about video games. I am an avid game collector. I've been collecting for some years. I feel like I can offer some good insight to people who are collecting or wanting to know what rare games are. And I'm doing this because the 15th anniversary of the PS2 was just last week. And the PS2 is one of my favorite systems. The PS2 is also my largest collection, single collection that I own. And I had a lot of fun collecting for this. I believe there's over 2,000 games in the PS2 library. I have like 450 or something like that. A lot of them, there's something for everyone. They had a lot of different variety of games, which I think is very cool. I'm going to get right into the collection. I'm going to start with my box games. My first box game I own is the Growlancer Heritage of War Limited Edition. It's an Atlas game. Atlas games are known for low print runs. There was also a regular edition of this game. I've seen a handful of these out in the wild, so it's not hard to find. Not too expensive. I think it's a cool collection. Working Designs actually did the first one, and I think Atlas did a pretty good job with the second one. Here is the first one, or the first two. I would say that Growlancer is the third one, the one I just showed. This is actually two games. One of the last Working Design games that they did. I really liked Working Designs as a company. They really did some quality work with their art books. This one came with a watch, a pendant, a deck of cards, a soundtrack, art book, both games. You see it's 2 discs. And they always do these foiled like fronts for all their games, and I think it's super cool. Kind of sad to see that the company doesn't make games anymore. But this one was kind of hard to find. I actually had to order it online. I've seen a couple in the wild, but most were kind of expensive. You can usually pick this up for about 80 bucks. Complete. Next game I'm going to show is the Artelinko Melody of Olympia. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. It's an NIS game. NIS games are kind of known for niche Japanese RPGs. This is kind of a perverted game. You have to dive and create relationships with these songstresses that are the magic dealers in the party. This one only came with an art book, nothing special. The limited edition or the box edition is a little bit harder to find. Next game is the second of the series, Artelinko 2. I'm not going to pronounce the last name of that. I think it's Metaphalica. I just destroyed that name. But anyway, this one's factory sealed. It probably just came, I think it came with an art book and a soundtrack. I do have an open copy too. I haven't played a lot of this game. I don't normally open a lot of my boxes to prevent them from being damaged and stuff. If you want me to do a separate video of me unboxing these, I will. Just leave a comment below, and if there are enough comments, I'll do a video. This is just the open copy. Like I said, I think it comes with the art book, soundtrack, and the game, maybe a poster. Next game I'm going to do is the Manakima, Alchemist of Alravis. It's a limited edition box set. This one's factory sealed. I do have an open copy too, so I can play it. This was an interesting game. It kind of reminded me of the Artillery Iris series, where you do like alchemy and a lot of crafting and stuff. This is relatively getting harder to find. I bought this new for like 40 bucks, so I just kept it new. And this is the second of the series, the Fall of the Alchemy, Manakima 2. I believe these just like come with like an art book, a poster, nothing too special. But it's only on PlayStation. It's same with all the games that I've shown so far. They've only been on PlayStation 2. It reminded me of the second one, or the first one. I apologize. The next one, actually, a long time ago, actually some years ago, this used to be about $120. This is the Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence Limited Edition. You can only get this by pre-ordering it, and I feel like it's pretty hard to find. I've only seen one in the wild. I actually had to order this one online. It's in really good condition. I forget exactly what comes in it, but you see that it says the exclusive limited edition Metal Gear Solid Theater disc. It actually came with, let's see if I can find it, these two discs, which are the Metal Gear Saga Volume 1, Metal Gear Saga Volume 2. And what I believe the second one is all the cutscenes in the movie, which is kind of cool. And the Saga one, I think, is just like a history of Metal Gear Solid. I might have got those mixed up, but I'm not sure. But that one is pretty hard to find. The next one I'm showing is the Grand Theft Auto San Andreas Special Edition, Sunday Driver. It's just a game. I think it's got a couple, it's got like a DVD with some extras on it. Nothing special. This one isn't real expensive or real hard to find. I just think it's, I really like the Grand Theft Auto series. And I feel like it's a little bit collectible. So, I thought it was pretty cool. The next game is Wild Arms 5. I believe it's the last Wild Arms that has been made for their 10th anniversary. That is special edition box set. Xseed made it. It's just got an art book in it. But it's harder to find the box set complete. I will say if you find that with the case and manual, it actually doesn't say Wild Arms 5 on the front. It's just kind of a graphic, you know. It's just anime. So you might not realize that you're looking at Wild Arms 5. The next game I'm going to show is the Persona 3 Shin Megami Tensei, and this is the limited edition box set. This one is factory sealed. It's got an art book with it. I really like the Shin Megami Tensei games. So looking forward to Persona 5. But I put over 120 hours into this, and this is one of my favorite games, one of my favorite series. If you really like turn-based RPGs, you really need to check it out. I think it's pretty cool. Box set isn't hard to find. I do believe Atlas reprinted all their Shin Megami Tensei games, making them a little easier to find. This one's an open copy, but it's not easy to find the box set. I really like the art and stuff. I think it's a cool addition. The next game I'm going to show is the Sakura Wars. This is an NIS game. I actually have not played this game. The premium box comes with like a poster, a soundtrack, an art book, your typical box set stuff. This one's still factory sealed. I have not opened it. I do have one opened. I don't have the game for it, so it's just all the extra content. I found this at a flea market, and the guy sold it to me for like $1. So, next game I'm going to show is the Dragon Quest VIII: Journey of the Cursed King. It's actually one of my favorite RPGs for the PS2. It's a really good game. Came with a playable demo, which I do have, and a lot of people don't have the actual oversized box for it. Just a little thing. I've actually only seen a couple of them. Finding the outer box in good condition, I think, is pretty hard. But if you don't have this game, it's not rare or anything, but I think it's a really good game. Back when Enix did the Dragon Warrior series, I was always a fan of the Dragon Warrior. Next game is the King of Fighters Maximum Impact. It is a, I do believe it's, no, it's just one game. It comes with a bonus disc. Nothing special. Not incredibly rare or expensive. I kind of like SNK and King of Fighters. I really liked the Capcom vs. SNK 2. That's one of my favorite fighting games. Next up is the Star Ocean. Till the End of Time. The Star Wars series really reminds me of the Tales series, another Square Enix game. It's a good game. I really like this RPG. Not one of my like top favorites, but it's up there. It's a 2 disc, so it's pretty big RPG. Not incredibly hard to find. The box is harder to find, the oversized box, just like the Dragon Quest. But you can see it's kind of foiled, which is kind of cool. But I think it's a cool addition to a collection. And my next game I'm going to show is the Magna Carta Deluxe box set, another Atlas game. I find that this isn't incredibly hard to find. I'd give it like an uncommon. But it's an RPG. It's a different style RPG. It kind of reminds me kind of like a not top down, but like 3/4 view, top down type, almost like a strategy game where you have a limited amount of space that you can move, and it's a different RPG. I didn't think it was incredibly good. It was okay, but this just came with the art book and stuff, poster. Atlas does do double-sided cover sheets sometimes, which I think is cool. Let me show you one that I absolutely know that there is. This is the Stella Deuce. But sometimes a lot of people don't know this, but you can, as you can see, there's a different side to the cover sheets, which I think is very cool. It's just a nice little extra touch. And Atlas, I believe, is the only one that does that. And the last game I'm going to show in the box sets is the Shin Megami Tensei Devil Summoner 2 with the plush. It looks like a Jack Frost doll to me, but it's supposed to be the main character and Jack Frost together. The Raido Kazuno. I'm totally butchering that name. Versus King Abaddon. I really like the Shin Megami Tensei games. This was a action RPG. It's a little different than like the other Shin Megami Tensei games, but I like it nonetheless, and I think it's a cool addition. But that's all the boxed PS2 games that I own. There's a couple that I don't own. Like, I do believe Get On the Mic had a box set. I know there's a couple that I can't think of right now, but I do not own those. But I will be doing another video on the rest of my PS2 games. Here's a little preview of them. I'm not going to be going through all of them. I'll be going through some of the rare, some of my favorite, and join me on my next video. Thanks again, guys.